You think transformation requires massive changes. Gym 5 times a week, reading an hour daily, meditating at 5 a.m., journaling your soul onto paper. Then week 2 hits, and you're back to scrolling until 1 a.m. wondering why you can't stick to anything. Here's the truth. You're aiming too high. Your brain sees big changes as threats and hits the brakes every single time. Real transformation doesn't come from dramatic overhauls. It comes from boring micro-habits so small they slip past your mental defenses. Habits so simple you can't say no. Do them daily for 6 months, and you won't recognize the person staring back in the mirror. I'm about to walk you through 12 boring habits that silently rewire your life. No hype, no motivation required, just tiny actions that compound into a completely different identity. If you leave now, nothing changes. If you stay, you start building a version of yourself that doesn't need pep talks to function. Let's start with the foundation. The first boring habit is waking up at the same time every single day, including weekends. Not 5 a.m. if you're a night owl, not some aspirational time you saw on YouTube. Your actual consistent wake time, whatever that is. Your circadian rhythm thrives on predictability. When you wake at different times, your body never knows when to produce cortisol for alertness or melatonin for sleep. You feel groggy all day because your internal clock is confused. Pick one time, set the alarm, get up. Do this for 30 days and your energy stabilizes without caffeine dependence. Boring? Absolutely. Effective? Your focus will tell you, woo. The second boring habit is making your bed immediately after waking. This sounds like advice from a military general or your grandmother, and they were both right. It's not about the bed. It's about the psychological momentum. Completing one task within 60 seconds of waking creates a micro-win that sets the tone for your entire day. Your brain registers, I said I'd do something. I did it. This tiny completion builds the neural pathway for follow-through. Unmade bed equals unfinished business your subconscious carries all day. Made bed equals proof you can commit to something before your phone even unlocks. It takes 45 seconds. Do it. The third boring habit is drinking a full glass of water before any coffee or food. Your body just spent 8 hours without water. You're dehydrated. That sluggish feeling you blame on not enough sleep? It's dehydration. Water activates your metabolism, flushes toxins, and wakes up your digestive system. Coffee on an empty stomach spikes cortisol and crashes you by 10 a.m. One glass of water. Room temperature is easier on your system. Drink it while the coffee brews. Your energy curve flattens, your skin clears up, your brain fog lifts. Boring? Yes. Transformative? Try it for 2 weeks and tell me you don't feel sharper. The fourth boring habit is writing down 3 priorities before opening any app. Not a to-do list with 47 tasks. 3 priorities. The 3 things that if completed today would make you feel like you moved forward. Most people open their phone, check messages, scroll feed, and suddenly it's 11 a.m., and they've accomplished nothing meaningful. Your attention got hijacked before you decided what mattered. Write the 3 priorities on paper or in a notes app before you open email, Slack, Instagram, anything. Your brain now has a filter. When distractions appear, you subconsciously measure them against your 3 priorities. This one habit protects your focus more than any productivity app ever will. 3 things, write thems. Do them. Repeat. The 5th boring habit is taking a 2-minute walk after every 90 minutes of sitting. You're not training for a marathon. You're preventing your body from shutting down. Sitting for extended periods reduces blood flow, slows metabolism, and creates brain fog. Your body interprets prolonged sitting as a signal to conserve energy, which makes you even more tired. Set a timer for 90 minutes. When it goes off, stand up and walk for 2 minutes. Around your apartment, outside, to the kitchen, doesn't matter. This micro movement resets your nervous system and keeps your brain oxygenated. You'll notice you think clearer after hour 4 of work, instead of feeling like your head is full of static. 2 minutes every 90. Boring, yes. But your focus stays sharp while everyone else crashes. The 6th boring habit is putting your phone in a different room for the first hour after waking. Not on airplane mode on your nightstand. In a different room. The first hour of your day determines your mental state for the next 16 hours. If you wake up and immediately scroll news, emails, or social media, you're letting other people's priorities colonize your mind before you've even decided what you care about. Phone in another room forces you to do literally anything else. Make coffee, stretch, read, think, plan. Your brain gets a chance to boot up in calm instead of chaos. You reclaim the first hour for yourself instead of donating it to algorithms designed to steal your attention. Try this for 1 week and notice how much calmer your mornings feel. Boring? Absolutely. Liberating? Even more. The 7th boring habit is reading for 10 minutes before bed instead of scrolling. Not an hour, not a whole book. 10 minutes. Your brain needs a transition from the chaos of the day to the calm required for deep sleep. Scrolling before bed floods your brain with blue light and dopamine spikes, which obliterates melatonin production and keeps you wired. Reading physical pages or an e-reader without backlight signals to your brain that it's time to wind down. Fiction works best because it distracts your mind from ruminating about tomorrow's problems. 10 minutes. 1 chapter, maybe 2. You fall asleep faster, sleep deeper, wake more rested. Boring compared to infinite scroll. Sure, but you'll actually sleep. The 8th boring habit is eating the same breakfast every day. This eliminates decision fatigue before your day even starts. Every decision you make depletes your willpower reservoir. What to eat for breakfast is a decision. Multiply that by every meal and snack choice, and you've burned mental energy on trivial choices that don't move your life forward. Pick a healthy breakfast that doesn't require thinking. Oatmeal with fruit, eggs and toast, protein smoothie, whatever works. Eat the same thing every morning for a month. Your mornings become automatic, which frees up mental bandwidth for decisions that actually matter. Boring? Yes. Efficient? Your productivity will prove it. The 9th boring habit is saying no to one thing every day that doesn't align with your priorities. Most people fill their lives with commitments they don't care about because they're afraid to disappoint others. Every yes to something unimportant is a no to something meaningful. You can't add more time to your day, but you can subtract obligations that drain you. Practice saying no once per day. No, I can't make that meeting. No, I'm not available this weekend. No, I don't want to join that project. You'll feel guilty at first. That guilt is social conditioning. Push through it. After 2 weeks, you'll realize how much energy you've reclaimed by protecting your time. Boring to decline invitations? Maybe. Empowering to control your schedule? Definitely. The 10th boring habit is reviewing your day for 5 minutes before bed. Not journaling your feelings for 30 minutes. Not a gratitude essay. 5 minutes reviewing what worked, what didn't, and what you'll adjust tomorrow. This habit creates a feedback loop that makes you better every single day. Write 3 quick bullets. What went well today? What didn't? What's one micro adjustment for tomorrow? Your brain processes this reflection during sleep, which means you wake up with a clearer sense of direction. Most people stumble through life reacting to whatever happens. This habit makes you intentional. 5 minutes. Pen and paper. Do it tonight. The 11th boring habit is deleting one app from your phone every week. Not forever, just for 1 week. Most people have 40+ apps they haven't opened in months, but they keep them just in case. Every app is a potential distraction portal. Every notification is an attention hijack. The fewer apps you have, the less your phone can steal from your focus. Pick one app every Sunday. Delete it for the week. Notice whether you actually miss it. If you don't, keep it deleted. If you do, reinstall it. This habit trains you to be intentional about what gets access to your attention. By week 12, your phone becomes a tool instead of a time thief. Boring? Sure. Life-changing? Your screen time report will confirm it. The 12th boring habit is ending every shower with 30 seconds of cold water. This one sounds miserable, but it's the ultimate mental conditioning tool. Your brain will scream at you to avoid discomfort. When you do it anyway, you're training your willpower muscle. Cold exposure activates your sympathetic nervous system, which improves mood, boosts alertness, and builds mental resilience. You're not taking an ice bath. You're turning the dial to cold for the final 30 seconds. Breathe through the discomfort. Your body adapts in 3 days. This tiny daily practice teaches your brain that discomfort won't kill you, which makes every other challenge feel smaller. Boring? No, it's cold. Transformative? You'll feel invincible walking out of that shower. Now, here's what happens when you stack these 12 boring habits. None of them feel revolutionary on day one. Most of them feel trivial. But 6 months of waking consistently, making your bed, drinking water, writing priorities, moving every 90 minutes, protecting your morning, reading before bed, eating the same breakfast, saying no strategically, reviewing your day, deleting apps, and ending showers cold. That's not 6 months of motivation. That's 6 months of tiny, automatic actions compounding into a completely different operating system. You won't notice day-to-day changes, but compare yourself to 6 months ago, and you'll barely recognize that person. Your energy is stable, your focus is sharp, your decisions are intentional, your mornings are calm, your sleep is deep-ized. You're not the same person anymore. You didn't need a breakthrough moment. You just needed boring habits repeated daily until they became your new identity. So, here's the challenge. Don't try all 12 tomorrow. Pick 3. The easiest 3. Do them for 30 days without thinking about the other 9. Once those 3 feel automatic, add 3 more. In 4 months, all 12 will be running in the background without effort. That's when transformation stops being something you chase and starts being who you are. Which of these 12 boring habits do you already do? Which one will you start tomorrow? Drop a comment and let me know. And if this approach to transformation makes more sense than motivational hype, hit subscribe for more frameworks that actually work instead of just sounding good. Your future self is waiting. Start boring, end transformed.